Have you ever wondered what truly goes on behind the scenes of those beloved 80s sitcoms that filled our childhood evenings, the ones that gave us laughter, comfort, and memorable life lessons? What if you discovered that many of the smiling faces who once graced your television screen were hiding profound struggles, personal battles, and lingering sadness that the audience rarely saw? The truth can be surprising, even shocking. Today we're taking you on a journey back in time, deep into the nostalgic world of 1980s television comedies, where we'll uncover hidden layers, examine complex lives, and remember the legacies of talented stars who left us far too soon. In the next moments, we'll summarize the entire picture. We're exploring the untold stories of actors from hit shows, their unexpected tragedies, and the lingering mysteries behind their deaths. This overview sets the stage for a journey that will keep you hooked. From iconic TV dads to wise housekeepers, from groundbreaking comedians to unforgettable supporting players, each figure's life offers a puzzle piece to a larger story, one that reflects not only the glitter and glamour of Hollywood, but also its costs and consequences. Imagine starting your evening in a living room lit up by the glow of a boxy TV set, the family gathering around to watch their favorite sitcom. The 1980s ushered in a golden era for television, shows that celebrated family values, humor that was gentle yet clever, and characters who felt like friends. For many viewers, these sitcoms provided a warm escape, a place where problems were neatly solved within 30 minutes, and everyone ended up smiling by the time the credits rolled. But behind the curtain, these actors lived in a world far more complex than the cheerful sets and laugh tracks suggested. Financial pressures, health issues, creative struggles, shifting industry demands, and even the weight of maintaining public personas all took their toll. To truly understand their stories, we must navigate the winding corridors of Hollywood's production studios, delve into personal histories, and reflect on the cultural shifts that shaped their careers. Let's move deeper into these individual sagas, starting with a name that many television enthusiasts know well. Alan Thicke, born on March 1st, 1947 in Kirkland Lake, Ontario, Canada, emerged as one of the quintessential father figures of the 1980s. As Dr. Jason Seaver on the hit series Growing Pains, Thicke embodied the gentle, understanding dad who guided his fictional children through life's ups and downs. Yet Thicke's contributions weren't limited to acting. He was also a prolific composer, crafting theme songs for shows like Different Strokes and The Facts of Life. He even hosted his own late-night talk show, Thicke of the Night, attempting to bring a fresh voice to the crowded talk show landscape. Alan Thicke's multifaceted career highlighted how performers of that era often wore many hats, writer, actor, musician, to remain relevant and financially stable. In an age before streaming services and social media, establishing multiple talents could safeguard an entertainer's career against the industry's volatility. Sadly, on December 13th, 2016, Thicke passed away at the age of 69 due to a ruptured aorta. This tragic event occurred while he was playing hockey with his son, a sudden reminder that even those who seem timeless and robust can be taken unexpectedly. His passing shocked fans, who saw him as an enduring fixture of their nostalgic past. Through reruns and streaming platforms, Thicke's memory and charm live on. Reflect on this. What did it mean that a figure who once represented steady guidance on TV succumbed so suddenly to something beyond anyone's control? It raises questions about how we imagine celebrities as invincible and what it means to lose icons who once seemed larger than life. Consider Charlotte Rae, Born on April 22, 1926 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, she was another cherished figure of 80s television, best known as Edna Garrett, the warm house mother first introduced on Different Strokes, and then on the spin-off The Facts of Life. Edna Garrett's nurturing presence felt authentic. She was like the kindly aunt or grandmother everyone wished they had. Rae's career, spanning decades, showcased her versatility, not just in sitcoms but also on stage, where her theatrical training sharpened her comedic and dramatic chops. The Facts of Life was a milestone show that touched on more serious issues of adolescence, identity, and friendship than many sitcoms dared to confront at that time. Rae received Primetime Emmy nominations, a testament to her skill at blending humor and heart. In an era when older female characters were often relegated to the background, Rae's Edna Garrett was a lead figure guiding the younger generation. Her passing on August 5, 2018, at age 92 due to bone cancer marked the end of an era. She remained beloved to fans who appreciated her ability to infuse comedy with empathy. Her life story prompts us to wonder, what does it take to remain relevant and beloved as the industry evolves and the cultural conversation shifts? Transition now to Garry Shandling, born on November 29, 1949, in Chicago. Shandling changed the DNA of television comedy, pioneering a self-referential, behind-the-scenes style that influenced countless shows to come. The Larry Sanders Show provided a satirical meta-commentary on late-night talk television, earning multiple Emmy Awards and a Grammy for Shandling's comedy album. Before the surge of mockumentary-style shows and dramedies, Shandling was bridging the gap between stand-up, sketch, and narrative television. He proved that the sitcom could be more than just jokes and situational humor. It could also be an introspective look at the entertainment machine itself. His unexpected death on March 24, 2016, at age 66 due to a blood clot in his heart, shocked the comedy world. Without him, who would push boundaries and remind us that behind every polished late-night monologue might lie insecurity, politics, and personal turmoil? Shandling's legacy remains potent, influencing comedians and writers who seek to challenge the format and peel back the curtain on show business. Consider Dixie Carter, born on May 25, 1939, in McLemoresville, Tennessee. She became a household name portraying Julia Sugarbaker in Designing Women, a show that stood out for its witty, intelligent female characters who tackled social and political issues head-on. Carter's charm and refined presence elevated the sitcom landscape, bringing Southern sophistication and sharp social commentary to prime time. The 1980s were a period of cultural flux. Women's roles in society were evolving, and television was starting to reflect this. Carter's strong portrayal helped pave the way for more complex female leads. Her passing on April 10, 2010, from complications related to endometrial cancer, reminds us that these television icons, once so vibrant and articulate, also face fragile human conditions. The memory of Carter's performances begs us to question how much television characters, especially strong female leads, shape public perception and dialogue around women's rights, family structures, and political issues. Harry Anderson, born on October 14, 1952 in Newport, Rhode Island, embodied a different kind of comedic presence as Judge Harry Stone on Night Court. Known for his magic tricks and easygoing manner, Anderson made the surreal, late-night setting of a municipal courtroom a place of humor and humanity. The 80s were known for pushing sitcom boundaries, whether it was blending fantasy elements, tackling social issues, or simply experimenting with location. Anderson's comedic style was an extension of the era's willingness to break molds and deliver laughter through unconventional settings. With 3 Emmy nominations to his name, he combined stand-up, magic, and acting into a singular persona. His death on April 16, 2018, at age 65 due to a stroke in Asheville, North Carolina, left fans mourning a man who could make the absurd feel comforting. It also leads us to reflect on how unconventional comedic approaches can make lasting impressions and define entire chapters of television history. Meshach Taylor, born April 11, 1947 in Boston, Massachusetts, contributed his affable presence as Anthony Bouvier in Designing Women. An ex-convict turned ally to 4 strong Southern women, Anthony brought a warm balance and a perspective rarely seen at the time. In many ways, Anthony's role introduced important dialogues about race, redemption, and male vulnerability within a largely female ensemble. Taylor's accolades included an Emmy nomination, and his legacy is intertwined with the show's willingness to push beyond the typical sitcom comfort zone. He passed away on June 28, 2014, at 67 due to colorectal cancer. Reflect on what it meant for an African-American character to have such depth and heart in an era when many roles were still narrowly defined. Taylor's achievements remind us that representation and nuanced characters matter immensely. Max Wright, born on August 2, 1943 in Detroit, Michigan, became recognizable as Willie Tanner in Aleph, the often bemused father figure, managing a bizarre cat-chasing alien in his suburban home. Alf stood as a departure from traditional family sitcoms by injecting a furry, wisecracking extraterrestrial into the mix, reflecting the era's fascination with pop culture mashups. Wright, a trained stage actor, balanced broad humor with subtle exasperation, showing that even silly premises could be anchored by skillful performances. His passing on June 26, 2019, at 75, after a long battle with cancer, is a reminder that behind the laughter, these performers often grappled with personal health issues that audiences never fully understood. It raises questions. How does one maintain dignity and passion for the craft while dealing with behind-the-scenes difficulties and failing health? Christopher Hewett, born on April 5, 1921, in Worthing, Sussex, England, is fondly remembered as the gentlemanly Mr. Belvedere, a British butler adapting to an American family. The 80s often celebrated the comedic potential of culture clashes and shifting family dynamics, and Hewett's refined performance in Mr. Belvedere exemplified that. Beyond television, Hewett enjoyed a rich theatrical career, even earning a Tony nomination. He faced health challenges toward the end of his life, including diabetes and a stroke, passing away on August 3, 2001, at age 80. Consider how a character like Mr. Belvedere might have introduced audiences to British wit and sophistication at a time when American TV was embracing various cultural influences. Hewett's story underlines how sitcoms could gently guide viewers toward appreciating different worldviews. Valerie Harper, born August 22, 1939 in Suffern, New York, rose to fame as Rhoda Morgenstern on The Mary Tyler Moore Show and its spin-off Rhoda. These shows arrived at a turning point in American television, highlighting independent women forging their paths in urban settings. Harper's character resonated because Rhoda was multidimensional, funny, flawed, relatable, and striving for a fulfilling life. Harper won multiple Emmys, a Golden Globe, and even a Tony nomination for her stage work. Diagnosed with a rare form of cancer, she fought courageously, becoming a symbol of resilience and positivity. Her death on August 30th, 2019, at age 80, marked the end of an extraordinary career that influenced countless portrayals of women on TV. She prompts us to ask, how do performers like Harper, who challenged stereotypes and embraced realism, shape the narratives we still see echoed in today's sitcoms and dramas? Richard Mulligan, born November 13, 1932, in New York City, became a comedic staple thanks to roles in Soap and Empty Nest. Both shows pushed sitcom boundaries, Soap for its satirical spin on daytime soap operas, and Empty Nest for its focus on a widowed pediatrician adjusting to life after his children have grown. Mulligan's ability to embody eccentric, endearing, and occasionally befuddled characters earned him an Emmy and a loyal fan base. Battling colon cancer, Mulligan passed away on September 26, 2000, at 67. Consider how he fit into a larger tapestry of 80s television that was beginning to test the norms of traditional family structures. His characters reminded audiences that life's transitions, loss, aging, changing family roles, could be mined for humor and humanity. Katherine Helmond, born July 5, 1929, in Galveston, Texas, shown in Soap and Who's the Boss, bringing elegance, wit, and impeccable timing to her roles. Helmond's characters often had a knowing glint in their eye, acknowledging that the surface-level silliness masked deeper social commentary. Nominated for multiple Emmys and celebrated for her versatility, Helmond illustrated how actresses of her generation carved out space in an industry often dominated by younger stars. She passed away on February 23, 2019, at age 89. Her legacy encourages us to explore how comedic roles can transcend era, gender, and age, leaving a blueprint for future performers seeking to balance humor with subtle depth. Ted Knight, born December 7, 1923, in Terryville, Connecticut, is remembered as Ted Baxter, the pompous, hapless news anchor on The Mary Tyler Moore Show. Knight's portrayal highlighted the comedic potential in arrogance, vanity, and well-meaning cluelessness. He won 2 Emmys, proving that even characters who embody traits we might dislike in real life can become endearing through skillful comedic performance. He passed away on August 26, 1986, at 62 due to lung cancer complications. Think about the delicate line between caricature and character development. Knight's performances remind us that sitcoms can turn the pompous into the lovable, bridging the gap between satire and empathy. Mary Frann, born February 27, 1943 in St. Louis, Missouri, found fame as Joanna Loudon on Newhart, working alongside Bob Newhart in a small Vermont inn. The show's quiet humor and subtle character development bucked the trend of louder sitcoms. Frann's portrayal brought sophistication, wit, and warmth, proving that supportive spouses in sitcoms need not be one-dimensional. She passed away on September 23, 1998, at 55. Her death shocked fans who had grown to love Newhart and its gentle subversion of sitcom tropes. Reflect on how characters who aren't the loudest or most eccentric can nonetheless form the emotional backbone of a series, offering viewers a safe haven amidst comedic chaos. George Gaines, born May 3, 1917, in Helsinki, Finland, enjoyed a rich career, but became widely recognized through the Police Academy films and his role as the kindly foster father on Punky Brewster. Spanning decades, his career showed that being adaptable and versatile mattered in a constantly evolving industry. Gaines passed away on February 15, 2016, at age 98 from natural causes. Consider the historical breadth of Gaines's career. He witnessed television's rise from a novelty to a dominant cultural force. His life encourages us to imagine what it's like to navigate show business across vastly different eras, adjusting to new trends and technologies. Robert Guillaume, born November 30th, 1927, in St. Louis, Missouri. Louis, Missouri soared to fame as Benson Dubois in Soap and its spin-off Benson. This role was groundbreaking. Guillaume portrayed an African-American butler who was intelligent, witty, and politically savvy, eventually becoming the show's central figure. He won Emmys, a Grammy, and broke barriers, challenging stereotypes that had long restricted roles for black actors. Later, as the voice of Rafiki in The Lion King, Guillaume reached new generations. He passed away on October 24th, 2017, at 89 from complications of prostate cancer. Guillaume's career raises the question, how did sitcoms help reshape America's cultural landscape and open doors for underrepresented voices? His success stands as a powerful statement about the importance of representation. Alex Karras, born July 15, 1935, in Gary, Indiana, transitioned from NFL star with the Detroit Lions to sitcom Dad on Webster. This wasn't a small feat. The 80s welcomed more diverse family dynamics on TV, and Karras's fatherly role in Webster created a heartwarming narrative of an interracial adoptive family. He also appeared in films like Blazing Saddles. Karras passed away on October 10, 2012, at 77 due to kidney failure and dementia. Reflect on how athletes turned actors contributed a sense of authenticity and relatability, bridging the worlds of sports and entertainment. Karras helped show that fatherhood, tenderness, and humor could come from a former defensive lineman, challenging masculine stereotypes in subtle ways. J. Thomas, born July 12, 1948, in Kermit, Texas, found success in recurring roles on Cheers and Murphy Brown. He blended stand-up comedy, acting, and radio hosting, representing the versatile talents many performers embrace to survive in the entertainment ecosystem. He won multiple Emmys for his role on Murphy Brown, showcasing how supporting characters could leave a powerful mark on audiences and critics. Thomas passed away on August 24, 2017, at 69 due to cancer. His life story asks us to think about the value of comedic side characters who infuse shows with dynamism. In the world of sitcoms, not everyone is the lead, but everyone can matter. Nell Carter, born September 13, 1948, in Birmingham, Alabama, rose to Broadway prominence with her show-stopping performances in the Tony Award, winning musical Ain't Misbehavin'. She later became a household name as Nell Harper on Gimme a Break, combining her powerful singing, sharp comedic timing, and warm presence. Carter received Emmys and NAACP Image Awards, reflecting her ability to project both strength and vulnerability, an artistic trait that resonated deeply as African American performers sought greater visibility and authenticity in an industry still grappling with inclusivity. She passed away on January 23, 2003, at the age of 54, due to heart disease complicated by diabetes. Her legacy invites us to appreciate the barriers she broke and the rich emotional tapestry she brought to every role. Ken Berry, born November 3, 1933 in Moline, Illinois, showcased his wide-ranging talents in television classics like F Troop and Mayberry RFD. A trained singer, dancer, and actor, Berry exemplified the old-school triple threat, an entertainer who could channel vaudeville's lively spirit while appealing to contemporary audiences. Nominated for Emmys and admired for his versatility, he thrived in the variety show era that linked the golden age of television to the sitcom-centric 1980s. Berry passed away on December 1st, 2018, at the age of 85 due to heart disease complications. His career prompts us to reflect on the artistic breadth we risk losing as stage-trained performers, and variety acts fade from mainstream television. Berry's legacy of adaptability and dynamic talent remains a testament to an era when a performer's skill set could be as diverse and robust as the medium itself. Franklin Seals, born July 15, 1952, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, brought sophistication and flair to the role of Dexter Stuffins in Silver Spoons. His presence offered a unique perspective, mixing Caribbean heritage, Broadway experience, and a keen acting sense. Seals also performed on Broadway in musicals like Reggae and Ain't Misbehavin'. Tragically, he died young on May 14, 1990, at 37 due to complications from AIDS. This loss highlights the human cost of the AIDS crisis on the entertainment industry, a topic rarely addressed in primetime television of that era. Seals's legacy prompts us to remember not just the characters actors played, but also the struggles they faced away from the camera. As we examine these stories collectively, what patterns emerge? The 1980s were a transformative period in television history. Cable TV was expanding, networks competed fiercely for audiences, and sitcoms had to innovate to stay relevant. The actors we've remembered here were more than just performers. They were cultural markers who reflected evolving social norms, shifting gender dynamics, increasing racial representation, and changing family structures. Many of them pushed the boundaries of what sitcoms could be, tackling social issues, experimenting with format and style, and making room for underrepresented voices. At the same time, the industry's relentless pace, competitive nature, and public scrutiny often weighed heavily on their personal lives. We also see the fragility of human life behind the sitcom smile. Several of these talents struggled with health issues, cancer, heart disease, diabetes, dementia, reminding us that fame and fortune provide no immunity from mortal challenges. Others dealt with personal turmoil or were taken by sudden health crises. Their stories prompt us to value the time we have, the laughter we share, and to question how we might better support artists who entertain and uplift us. In an era when mental health and well-being were far less openly discussed, many of these performers navigated personal struggles in silence, putting on a brave face for the camera. The legacy of these 80s sitcom stars endures in the digital age. Streaming services make it possible for new generations to discover their work. Young viewers can appreciate the gentle humor of The Facts of Life, the sharp satire of The Larry Sanders Show, the family warmth of Growing Pains, or the breezy charm of Designing Women. The past, once locked in old VHS tapes and reruns, is now easily accessible. In revisiting these shows, we encounter not just nostalgia, but a cultural time capsule. They reveal how society changed, how we moved from more traditional family roles toward inclusive, multifaceted portrayals of relationships and identities. Think about the long shadow cast by these performers, the strong female ensembles of Designing Women, set the stage for future productions where women's voices took center stage. The break from sitcom conventions in soap paved the way for more experimental comedies. Characters played by Robert Guillaume or Meshach Taylor helped mainstream audiences grow comfortable with more diverse casts and storylines. Michael J. Fox, who rose to fame in the 80s, once cited the influence of earlier sitcom styles on his approach to acting. The ripple effects are endless. Another angle to consider is how these actors balanced personal authenticity with the demands of a carefully managed public image. Before Twitter and Instagram, fans learned about their beloved stars from magazines, talk shows, and occasional celebrity interviews. The distance between audience and actor was wider, allowing some privacy but also fostering myths and rumors. Without the direct line of social media, maintaining a certain persona was part of the job. Alan Thicke's charming dad persona, Charlotte Rae's nurturing presence, or Ted Knight's comedic arrogance were not just roles. They became public identities these actors carried with them. We must ask, how did the pressure to remain in character shape their off-screen lives? In remembering those who have passed, we might also reflect on how the entertainment industry has improved or not in supporting its artists. Health insurance, fair wages, union protections, and mental health resources remain ongoing issues. With the lens of history, we can see that many of these actors worked during times of fewer safeguards and less open conversation about physical and mental well-being. Understanding their context helps us advocate for better conditions for today's performers. As viewers, we share a collective responsibility to keep these legacies alive. By discussing their work, honoring their achievements, and acknowledging their struggles, we ensure they're not forgotten. This kind of remembrance transforms passive fandom into active cultural stewardship. We can encourage future generations to watch these old sitcoms not just as quaint relics, but as vital artifacts that shaped modern television and societal attitudes. Their deaths also prompt poignant questions about the passage of time and the impermanence of fame. Television stars who once were household names now fade into memory or remain known primarily to enthusiasts of classic TV. Yet rediscovering their performances can give them a renewed presence, bridging past and present. The laughter they brought us never truly disappears. It's preserved in episodes that remain accessible and cherished. As we reach the end of this reflective journey, consider how these stories have enriched our understanding of both the entertainment industry and the human condition. If you found these stories captivating, if you felt a surge of nostalgic warmth, or were moved by their personal challenges, take a moment to let us know. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Which celebrity's journey surprised or touched you the most? Do their struggles with illness, identity, or industry pressures change how you view the sitcoms you grew up with? By interacting, you join a community dedicated to looking beyond the laugh track, unveiling the human stories that shaped the golden era of sitcom television. These tales also hint at what future episodes might explore. We could dive deeper into the psychological toll of sudden fame, the intricate web of contracts and management that govern a star's fortune, or how TVs shift from 3 main networks to dozens of cable channels and now streaming giants forced actors to adapt. Maybe next time we'll focus on behind-the-scenes showrunners, writers, or directors who rarely step into the spotlight, but shape the narrative arcs we still admire. The world of classic television is full of unsung heroes and underexplored corners. As we close this chapter, let's hold on to the memory of these talented individuals. They brought light, humor, and heart to millions of living rooms, influencing how we see family, friendship, justice, equality, and laughter. By understanding their lives in full, on and off screen, we pay homage not only to their careers but to their humanity. Nothing is permanent, but their legacies prove that a well-played role, a well-timed joke, or a heartfelt performance can echo through decades, touching audiences who weren't even born when those shows first aired. Thank you for embarking on this journey with us. If you've enjoyed peeling back the layers of the 80s sitcom era, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you won't miss our next deep exploration. Tell us in the comments, what other hidden stories from television's past would you like to uncover? Your curiosity drives this community forward, ensuring that we continue to revisit, celebrate, and learn from the icons who shaped the cultural landscape we now inhabit. As we part, remember that these stars, though gone, live on through their art. The next time you watch a classic episode, notice the subtle acting choices, the cultural references, the daring attempts to break new ground. Behind every laugh track and neatly resolved storyline lies a human being with dreams, fears, triumphs, and regrets. By keeping their stories alive, we ensure their influence and humanity remain with us, guiding new generations of performers and viewers alike. Keep the memories alive, and we'll see you next time.